Hey there, what's happening YouTube? Thanks for tuning in to the channel today, right here with the Rustbelt Mechanic. So, as you guys can tell by the title on the video, today is kind of a bittersweet day. Yes, it is very true. I put my 2 weeks notice in at the dealership after spending almost 13 years as a flat rate mechanic there. So, we're going to get into the whys and hows and what's going to happen right now. So I've been on YouTube for what, almost 2.5 years now, and I tell you what, I have some of the best subscribers and I've made some of the best friends I've ever met right here on YouTube. And a lot of my success and what I've had in my career and here on the internet is all because of you guys. So very first off, I wanted to be able to give the biggest thumbs up and the biggest thank you to all of my subscribers, all of my supporters, my family, friends, and everybody on here who supported me all the way. Without you guys, I couldn't have been able to make this change in my life and to be able to handle it with my family. I know I'm very big into family, and you know, my big buddy Savage here, holding the fort down, helping give me some pep talks here. What do you think, Savage? Was leaving the dealership a really good idea, or what? Huh? Don't care much? You have a bone? Oh, okay. But anyways, I ended up finding an opportunity, and it was one of those things where it was a situation and an opportunity that I absolutely couldn't pass up. So it is a big leap that I'm going to be taking and leaving the dealership. So exactly what am I going to be doing, and will the YouTube channel persist? Well, the YouTube channel will definitely persist. That was one of my stipulations on leaving the dealership and going to this new employer. I had to be able to keep my YouTube channel to be able to do this and do what I need to do, because honestly the reason they came to me in the first place was because of my interaction with my channel, my professionalism, and being able to see what I can do through that kind of atmosphere and how I portray myself on here. So that was one of the biggest things I needed to keep. Yes, there are going to be some changes coming up, but we'll go through that in just a few minutes. But the big question that everybody wants to know is, where am I going? To answer that one, you guys can take a look at the poster right back here. Yep, I am actually going to be going over to SP Tools. SP Tools has been an amazing company to be able to work with on and off the channel. They're very homegrown. They're bringing a tool lineup to the United States that has a really great grassroots, and I think that we're going to be able to do some great things together with each other here into the future. So where did this kind of come about? As you guys know, here on the channel, I am a huge proponent for helping out the new guys, the entry-level guys coming into the automotive field, and giving them a helping hand, hopefully giving them a little bit of an advantage to be able to get them started into their automotive career. So SP Tools gave me that opportunity to take that to the next level. What I'm going to be doing with and for them is to be heading up their SP Tools Nextech program. What is that one? That's for the technicians who are in school, going through school, or just out of school, who are getting into the automotive industry, or diesel or electrical, whatever it might be, the trades. And they really need an assistance bit into be able to getting tools and certain things at discounted prices. They're able to get tools and all of their necessity needs, boxes, scanners, whatever it might be, at really discounted rates, 50–60% off. And that is one of the biggest things that I'm going to be able to help students and help schools out, also to be able to get some equipment at some great rates, and hopefully helping to further themselves at an easier rate going into their career. Another big thing that you guys are going to see me doing a lot more is I'm going to be over on their YouTube channel as well, over at Cutting Edge Automotive Solutions and the SP Tools USA's YouTube channels. I'm going to be doing a lot more with them, hopefully giving them some more ideas and being able to grow that a lot more. So if you guys want to be able to see me do some more amazing projects with the tools and with SP Tools, you need to go over and subscribe to those channels as well. Hopefully coming up here in the next couple of months or so, you'll be seeing a lot more of me, my face, and some of the guys over there. So it's another big thing I'm really looking forward to. So really the next big question is, where is the YouTube channel going to be going from here? And to tell you the truth, we're going to have to be making some changes to the channel. not really big things. As you guys know, the YouTube channel here is heavily multifaceted. I do a lot of different things, everything from the side-by-side build. We do a lot of stuff with the diesel truck stuff. As you guys know, I started the channel off with the Duramax and doing a lot of things to that one. That was a huge thing on kicking the channel off. I do a lot of how-to things, shop practices, intro videos for students and technicians getting into the automotive industry. And as of course you guys know, the big thing is the tools. And unfortunately, really, we're going to have to dial back a lot of the tool things because, you know, conflict of interest between this company, that company. Yes, I will be doing a lot of tools, how to use them in certain practices, and maybe being able to show off a couple of other tools for companies that are in the mid-range. But unfortunately, some of the bigger companies like SP, Snap-on, Mac, Matco, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot more in the way of tool reviews for that kind of stuff. That's just one of those things where I don't want to have a really big conflict of interest. And bringing you guys collective, neutral content is one of the biggest things that I definitely want to be able to have and keep your guys' trust here on the channel. So that's one of the big changes that I'm going to have to be making. Now, I can't lie, the dealership has been a great place for me, and for almost 13 years it's been my home. I pretty much stayed at the same dealership for pretty much most of my career, except for a stint of like 7 months in between where I went someplace else and came back, but you guys know that story. But moving on from here is going to be kind of a hard thing, and it's going to definitely be a transition for me and my family. So we're going to be trying to do the best we absolutely can. Now that might mean the content here in the future might be a little bit lapsed. You might see a little bit of a distance in between some of the videos here in the future, but the channel will definitely still continue. Isn't that right, Savage? Yeah, it is. Now the dealership, obviously, they're going to be hurting for another technician, and I'm hoping they get somebody hired to be able to fill my shoes in being able to do all the responsibilities that I have. If not that, then to be able to spread apart some of the responsibilities to the other technicians. As you guys know, Captain Ron works with me. McBake ended up leaving. Unfortunately, who knows, they might be able to get him back, but we're still going to be seeing those guys on the channel as well. I had one student that worked under me. He was from the Career Technical Center that is local here to where I'm at, and he has done a fantastic job. Chris has been one of those students that has been the biggest go-getter, the best to learn. He picks up stuff really quick and really amazing. I'm glad to have been able to teach him for the amount of time that I have. Now, unfortunately, I've only been able to have him under my wing for about 8 months now, and really that's not enough time to be, you know, a full apprenticeship kind of thing, to be able to show him all the ins and outs and stuff that he needs to do. On the fortunate side, he still is in high school and he does have a lot of learning to be able to go through, and hopefully some of these other guys within our dealership are going to be able to help him out along the way. But just as one final thank you and one final helping out, we're going to be doing something special for Chris today. So Chris is definitely in need of a toolbox. He came to me when I told him that, hey, we're going to be leaving. I've got a bunch of stuff I need to get rid of. And he's like, yeah, I've got some money saved up. You know, I want to be able to get a toolbox to be able to hold some of this stuff in that I still have sitting around my garage. Maybe my dad might be able to get me a couple of things, but I really want to start off with something that I can have for a little while and not have to purchase things over and over and over again. So what did? We came to an agreement on a toolbox. He came to a number and we decided that he wanted to buy my SP Tools toolbox that I got for here at my home garage. It's not something that I'm going to be keeping, not something that I really put a lot of effort in on the channel or anything like that. So I know you guys didn't see a bunch of this one other than when I got it for the house, but this is going to be a toolbox that'll be a great starter one for him. Now, here's where the twist is going to come in. He thinks that he is just getting the toolbox. That's what he wanted, that's what he's going to be getting. But in good old Rustbelt fashion, we're going to be giving him the extra hookup. Now, one of the other things that we're also going to be doing for him is filling this thing with some tools. I've been saving up some extra tools over the last couple of months just to be able to have this thing full for him in the event that he were to want a toolbox like this. I've got some other toolboxes here. This is going to be the one that he really wanted. So I ended up going with Toolhead's crate. I know that one changed hands over from me and JRC's to a new company. Now the Toolhead's crate is being run. They run 3 different tiers of tools, and I end up getting the top tier toolbox from them each month. So the Toolhead's crate stuff that I have got, every single thing that I've shown on my Instagram videos and stuff, we're going to be putting all of that into this box. I've also taken some of the stuff that I've collected over the years, some extra screwdriver sets, some extra socket sets and everything, and thrown them in here as well. Some of my extra SP Tools stuff might have been tossed in here, but it ends up we're going to give him a couple grand worth of extra tools to be able to start off with in his career. I think he definitely deserves it. Let's see some of the stuff that we put inside. All right, we've got us a scanner, got some wire strippers, some 1/4-inch sockets, got us a nice extended Tecton ratchet here, some extensions, a full Blue Point socket ratchet set. We've got a Tack Life hex bit socket set. You guys can check this one out. So full hex socket set there. He's got another full standard and metric socket sets here. Some flashlight stuff, ratchets, more sockets. Got some universals. Got some apparel from Toolbox Widget just to hook that one up. Some hand soap, knife, bits, and heavy duty impact sockets. Then we've got the big wrench sets that came into the crate from Toolhead's crate. These are some massive wrench sets. They go from like 8mm all the way up to 32 on the metric, and from, I believe it's 3/8 all the way to 1 1/16 or 1 1/8 on the standards. So full wrench sets are going to be going to him for that one. Then in the way of screwdrivers, I had a Craftsman set that I had here at the house, also a Torque style set. We got some punches and scrapers. We've got some Torx bits here, some of these, the right angle keys for him. Then we got us some pliers, some long extended reach, regular pliers, some gripping ones. I didn't have a whole lot of those, so we're gonna see. We've got some extra drawer space down in here, some trim tools from SP Tools. Got those for him. Savage is interested. You like Tool Savage? Yeah, buddy. Got the handle for the box that I really never installed. I'm proud of this one. We got to start him off right on a junk drawer. We got him some Milwaukee drill bits. Got him some beef sticks. Got him some snacks. Hand cleaner. Snap-on light. Pocket screwdrivers. You have to have plenty of pocket pry bars. Gotta have those. Lighter for doing heat shrink, and some magnets as well. Oh, don't forget that Rustbelt mechanic vinyl. And then we've got some picks and stuff from SP Tools, cutters. Everybody needs zip ties, tape measure. We got some knives in here for him. Careful, buddy. You're young. Don't cut yourself. Here in an electrical drawer, we've got some SP Tools stuff. You got some wire strippers, crimpers. Got our thermal temperature gun here, some electrical tape, starter meter, test light, some dielectric grease, and some test pins for him. We've been going through a whole bunch of electrical stuff together, so it's going to be a good thing for him to start off with all of these things. Big extra box for some of the impacts and everything. But there it is. That is the big 52-inch SP Tools box that Chris is going to be getting today. Now, I know he's a little bit on the shy side, so he may not be all up for being on camera and everything, but we're going to kind of see after the fact. So I'm going to go get this thing loaded up on the trailer and get it into work for him. All right, we're on our way. You ready, Savage? Loving life. That's right. All right, Chris is going to be excited about this. We're going to be getting there in just a minute. So, Chris, you pretty excited about it?
I'm pretty excited about it. This is pretty sweet.
You ever have a toolbox like this?
I've never owned a toolbox.
Never owned a toolbox. And that's your first one. Big old SP box full of tools. Well, Chris, I think you deserve it, buddy. I'm proud of you. And for old time's sake, we had to leave something for the captain. His favorite item in the world. Love you, buddy. All right, guys. Well, it is finally the final day that I have here at the dealership. I'm getting ready to pick up my toolbox now. Yesterday was actually my full last day working on cars. It was kind of a bittersweet end kind of thing. You know, I'm excited for this next part in my journey. I'm excited to get this, bigger career rolling on. And at the same time, it was, just bitter because it's 13 years of what I've been doing literally day in, day out, all the time. Been pretty much in the same place, the same bay for that 13 years, and it's been an amazing experience. I wouldn't change anything for what has happened at all. I absolutely appreciate the dealership that I've worked at, and they've been absolutely amazing to me. It was an amazing journey. So now we have to get 13 feet of toolbox from here into my garage at home. Yeah, so originally I had rented a hydraulic drop trailer, one of those ones that kind of drop all the way to the ground to be able to get it on there a lot easier. But the rental company, Vandalia Tool Rental in Ohio, decided that they would rent it out from under me. So big thumbs down to them. So if you guys rent from them, yeah, don't do that anymore, because they're evidently able to do that one. So unfortunately couldn't do that. So last minute kind of thing, got one of the local tow companies, Dick Lumpkin's Auto Body. He's gonna come by and pick up the toolbox with his rollback and hopefully get it home safe, sound, in one piece. At least we're hoping. It's a lot to put on the rollback all at once, but it'll be interesting. Let's go to that one. Definitely got a bump call lump. Thank you, Dick Lumpkins, for being able to take this one to the house for me. Whew. Tell you what, it's been a long day. We got everything moved, and it's been one hell of a process. Big thank you to all of my subscribers, all the family, all the friends who have been supporting me all the way. We're going through some big changes here, so bear with me with the channel. I'm not sure how soon things are going to be rolling along, but things are definitely going to be rolling along. The channel's going to be plugging right away. We're not going to be going anywhere, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Turn on that bell notification so you know when I come out with cool, awesome content just like this one here today. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, you guys stay awesome.